Hello, it's tutorial time, and today we're doing the Raggy Dolls theme tune. This was requested by Barry, who won our 1990s piano quiz. So this is technically his prize, but hey, you get to all share it. And it's a great choice because actually Raggy Dolls kind of bridges the 80s and the 90s. It started in 1986 and ran until 1994. So hopefully there's something in this for the 80s kids and the 90s kids. So, I'm going to teach both hands at the same time because the left hand's pretty simple. So it starts off with just the left hand doing a C major broken chord. Okay, so that's just C, G, E, G, C, G, E, G, 4 times. And on the 4th time, you come in with the right hand. The right hand tune, a lot of it, certainly the first part of it, is played in sort of these harmonious thirds the whole time. So it comes in with a C and an A, and then a B on top of a G. Okay, and then we're going to move the left hand up to the same pattern on an F major. Okay. And the right hand is doing this. So the right hand's doing A's and F's, and then a B on top of a G, and a C on top of an A, and then from there we drop down to this. So your F major has gone down to a C major in the second inversion, so that's E, C, G, C, E, C, G, C. And then the right hand is just playing an G on top of an E. Hold it and then play it twice here. On top of the G and on top of the C. Then we're going to drop down again in the left hand and we're going to do a D minor chord. Same broken pattern. So that's D, A, F, A, D, A, F, A. And in the right hand, the tune there, I think it's just 4 crotchets on F and D. I think there's 2 little quavers in there, sorry. Like that. Then the right hand's going to stay in the same place, but the left hand's going to drop down to a G major chord. So we're doing the same pattern again, but on G, D, B, D. And the right hand is doing F on top of D, then up to A on top of F, then back down through G over E, and then back down to the F over the D. So from the beginning, so we're dropping down at the end there to a C major again. So it's the same pattern that you started off with in the intro. C, G, E, G, C, G, E, G. Now, that's basically the first phrase of the song. I add in a couple of little bits up here. I jump up in the right hand. Those are optional. You don't have to play them if you don't want to. And then where did we get to? Okay, so on top of this broken C chord, you've got an E and a C held, and then again 2 more at the end over the E and the G. Then we're going to move the left hand up to a D minor again, and the right hand is also doing a D minor chord, going up from D through the F, through the A, up to a C, and there, if you want to, you can fill in the full chord underneath. So that's a D minor 7th chord. And then we're going to go up like this. So all of that is based on the diminished chord, which is C, E flat, G flat, A, and C. The left hand is literally just going to play those notes. And that's it. C, E flat, G flat, A. The right hand is going to do this. So that's an A, G flat, A with a C in the bass. A C, A, C with an E flat in the bass. You can figure out the rest. That's E flat, C, E on the top with a G flat in the bass, and then finally G flat, E flat, G with an A in the bass. So it's exactly the same pattern, you're just moving it up through those notes. Okay, so that final bit before we go into the Raggy Dolls kind of chorus, I guess you'd call it a chorus, is just all based on a G chord. So in the left hand, I'm playing octaves here. You don't have to play the octave, I just like it because it makes it louder. G, A, B. And the right hand, the tune is just the little finger up here. I mean, I say tune, it's one note. And then I'm filling in some harmony down here. A B over a G. And then a C over an A, and then finally D over a B. And you can see the thumb here is just playing the same notes that you're playing in the left hand. So really you're tripling the octave there. And there we go. And then that sets you up to go into We're the Raggy Dolls. Okay, so the left hand's going to change from now on. Instead of doing the pattern that we've been doing so far, we're going to go into a basic umpar. Very common left hand that you'll find in loads of piano music. It just works from now. So this is based on the C major chord, C, and then E and a G, and then G in the bass, back up to the E and the G. I'm sure if you've played enough piano to be able to play this song, you'll be familiar with that kind of bass already. Umpar bass. It's probably got some kind of official technical term. I'm calling it the umpar bass. You can tell me in the comments what the official technical term is if you know that. So the lead in is a G and an F, and then Raggy Dolls. Repeated at the octave. So it's E over C, F over D, and G over E, at the same time as you're playing one umpar in the left hand. And then as you play the second umpar, you play the same thing an octave higher. Okay? Then we're going to move the umpar down to an A minor. So that's A, and then C and E, E, C and E. And in the right hand, we're going to do this. So the tune is just E, C, B. And then finally, Dolls Like You and Me. We're going to play a left hand like this. So that's one umpar on D minor, one on G major, and then umpa umpa on C major. The right hand's going to do this. So the tune is just E, C, D, B, C. I'm filling in the chord underneath. So that's an F, A, C, E, and then a G7th chord. So that's F, G, B, and D. And then a C chord. E, G, and C. And then we're back into Raggy Dolls. And then there's a variation here. So the left hand is doing a D major, and then G major. So the tune is just D and E. Back to the D. And I'm filling in the chord underneath that, D major and G7th. Then there's two little G's and we're into F major. So that's F major umpa, and then the tune is A over F and C over C. So the tune is an A over an F twice, and then a C over an A. Then we drop the F major chord here down to a C in the second inversion. So that's E, C over G, C, C over G. And the right hand is doing, so that's G over E, and then a C over all of that. Then we're going to drop the left hand down to a D minor for one umpa, then down to a G, and then up to a C, and we'll do an umpa pa. Okay, and the right hand is just doing this. So that's F over D, A over F, then back down through G over E, F over D, and E over C to finish. Then after that umpa pa, go through a C sharp, and then move your little finger up to the D. And we're going to play a G major in its second version. So that's G major in its second inversion, followed by E minor. And the tune is doing this. So that's D, G, A, B, A, G. And I'll fill in the little E on the thumb there. And then finally up through a B. Right, then the left hand's going to do this. So that's A minor, D major, and then G. You can also fill in an F here to make it into a G7th. And the right hand is doing this. So that's just descending from a D, through a C, through a B, A, down to the G. And as usual, you can fill in the chords underneath in the right hand if you want. Then we're down through an F in the right hand and back to Raggy Dolls again. Slight variation here though. Instead of going to the A minor, we're going to hang on the C major. It's actually kind of a C7th because you're throwing in a B flat in the right hand here. So the tune is just same as it was before, but I'm filling in B flat and a G underneath that to turn it into a 7th chord. Then the left hand's going to move up to an F, and then an F minor, while the right hand's doing this. So that's... So it's 2 C's, D, E, F. And I'm just filling in the A and the A flat from the F major to F minor chord. And you hit that F minor just before it comes in the left hand. Half a beat before. Then we're back to Raggy Dolls again. Same as you had at the beginning. And then we're nearly at the end, so we just need to finish it off. So the left hand is doing a D minor umpar, then a G major one, and then finishing with a C, and then 3 octave Cs. The right hand is playing this. So the tune is just this up here. E, C, D, B, C. And the chords you're filling in underneath are the F major. Well, actually, sorry. Technically, it's a D minor 9th. There we go, because there's a D in the bass. So that's F, A, and C. And then a G7th. So that's F, G, and B. And then C major. And there you go, that's the whole song. Thanks very much to Barry for requesting that. Well done for winning the 1990s piano quiz. We will have a tutorial up in a couple of weeks for the winner of the 1980s piano quiz. I forget who won that, but they chose the Bertha theme tune. So that will be along shortly. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoy playing it, and I will see you soon.